If your neck is tight, stiff, or painful, these stretches can help it to feel better. And I want to show them to you based on movement type, meaning if you feel limited in rotating side to side, there's some stretches to do for that, but if you're limited up and down, there's some different stretches that we can do for that. Of course, if your neck is just generally tight and stiff, all of the exercises in this video are going to be great at helping you to feel better. Hope you get some great benefit from this. Let's jump in. Now, the first motion we're going to talk about is rotation. This is probably the most common complaint that I hear from patients. You know, Jared, it hurts to turn my head. I can't check my blind spot, things like that. It's important to mention that your neck kind of rotates in two different places. The first little bit of motion, 10 to 20 degrees, comes from the vertebrae higher in your neck. But if we carry it further than that, the lower vertebrae have to rotate. And so it's important that we stretch both of those areas out. This is my favorite way to do it. You're gonna get a hand towel or a pillowcase, and we're gonna grab opposite corners so it looks just like this. You can put that around your neck. Now, I like to start higher on the neck, so I want you to bring that up pretty high, kind of right up to the hairline is as high as I want you to take it. Now you can let go with your hands. I want you to cross your arms and then grab those tails again. And so right now my right hand is underneath my left, and so I want to keep my right hand right against my chest. Again, keep that towel up pretty high on your neckline, but with my left hand, what I can do now is pull right here across my cheekbone into this rotation motion. And so I'm using my left hand to pull to my left, to rotate my head to my left, until I get just a good, comfortable stretch. I feel that pretty high up in my neck. I would hold that for 20 seconds and then reverse my hands. And so now my left hand's gonna go on the bottom, right hand goes on the top, and I can stretch to the right side as well. But what's cool about this is that you can also, again, kind of vary where you feel the stretch. I'm going to now bring the towel down lower, and if I put it lower, repeat those same steps, now I can feel that rotate lower down in my vertebrae. So you can kind of specifically stretch whichever area is tight for you. I would hold each direction for 20 seconds and then repeat that 3 times. The second most common complaint that I hear from people would be a flexion motion or looking down. Or these are the people who, like, you know, it's tight when I look down. I get a lot of tension here at the base of my skull. I get a lot of headaches. This motion behaves very similarly to the rotation motion. That initial motion comes from the upper vertebrae and then later the lower vertebrae. Let's stretch both of those out as well. To stretch the upper vertebrae, we're gonna go for some chin tucks. Lay down on your back in a comfortable position. Right now, my neck is arched up off of the bed or off of the floor, whatever it is that you're on. What I want you to do is tuck your chin straight down into your throat. Try to smash your neck or flatten your neck down into the floor, and then hold that for about 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then reset back to that neutral position. And what you should feel down in the bottom of that chin tuck is just a really good, comfortable stretch to those muscles that are right at the base of your skull. We call those the suboccipital muscles. This is a great stretch for those upper cervical extensors. And so when we push down this way, that's the area that we're stretching. And with that, I usually hold 5 to 10 seconds, and then I just set a 2-minute timer in my clinic. And so about 10, 15, 20 reps of about 5 to 10 second holds is a great number to shoot for. Now, if we want to stretch more of the lower neck out, the levator scapulae stretch is my favorite way to do that. What I want to do is rotate my head about 45 degrees and then duck my nose down towards my pocket. I call it the smell your armpit stretch. So duck your nose kind of down towards your armpit. Now with that same hand, I'm looking left. So with my left hand, I'm going to reach to the back of my head and apply just a little bit more overpressure in that direction. And what you should feel is a stretch from basically the right base of your skull to the right shoulder blade is the muscle that we're after. Hold that for 20 seconds, and then we're going to repeat that over here to the right side as well, and then repeat that 3 times. And hopefully that helps, again, move into that flexion motion a little easier. Another common complaint is pain and tightness here on the side of the neck, often associated with muscle knots in the upper traps. And so if we're tight moving side to side, we need to do an upper trapezius stretch. What I like to do on this is I'm going to take my right hand and tuck it to the small of my back. And what that does is just keeps my shoulder blade down. Now my left ear comes over towards my left shoulder until I get a good stretch right here. Basically from the base of my ear right here to the tip of my shoulder out here is where that trapezius goes. You would hold that in a comfortable position. A lot of times if you're really tight, this is enough to do that. If you need more, you can take your other hand, reach up to the opposite side of your head and apply just a little bit of overpressure. And that actually feels really good, just until it's a good, comfortable stretch all through that side of your neck. Hold that for 20 seconds, and then we're gonna repeat that over here to the other side as well to keep things even and in balance. And then we're gonna repeat that 3 times. This next stretch is to help improve extension or looking up. Now, oftentimes patients don't describe this as tight and stiff so much as painful or a block or a catch. If that's your case, I hope this helps you out. You're just gonna need a small towel again. I've also got a chair, a nice firm chair, 4 solid feet and a nice solid backrest on it really helps. What we're gonna do is grab the towel on the corners again to make it as long as possible. I'm gonna loop that over my head, keep it kind of high up on the neckline. Now in this position, what I want you to do is look up at the ceiling nice and slow until we get to the point where you feel limited. My hands are gonna follow my eyes through that motion. So it gets to about right there, let's say that we're stuck. Now what you can do with your hands is apply a traction force to your neck. So I'm gonna push kind of up towards the ceiling to unload my vertebrae and my discs a little bit. So I get up here, I'm gonna unload that, and what you should notice is that now I can use my hands to go a little bit higher and a little bit further into this extension motion. Try to keep it as comfortable as you can and then return back down to that starting position, and then we're gonna repeat that again. So up as high as I can, apply that traction to my neck, see if we can go just a little bit further, hold for about 5 seconds, and then come right back down out of it. And what you should notice with this is with repetition, as you continue to do this, you're gonna go a little higher each time, you can go a little further each time, and hopefully with decreasing pain levels as well. And so usually about 10 repetitions. If you want to repeat that 2 or 3 times, that's usually a good idea. Now, if you need more help with your neck, I've got you covered here on Tone and Tighten. Check out this video right here. Subscribe to my channel by pushing this circle right here. Hope you feel better, hope this helps, and I hope to see you again soon.